This morning on DC News Now, those temperatures starting off most of us into the lower 60s or even upper 50s at this hour. A little bit warmer, though, in DC. We'll see high temperatures varying into the 80s later on this afternoon. A few clouds here and there, maybe a chance for a spot shower, too. But I'll have more details on the rest of that 7-day coming up.
Also coming up this morning, remembering Her Majesty the Queen. We are live this morning in D.C. as well as London as Queen Elizabeth II is laid to rest. How people here in the district and across the pond are honoring the late monarch.
Plus, Puerto Rico pounded how a Maryland special team is helping after Hurricane Fiona ripped through the island.
And another chance for Nats Park. Why the D.C. landmark is getting a second chance after construction controversy. Good morning. It's now 6 o'clock on this Monday morning. Thanks for starting your morning with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Happy Monday to you. We're just days away from fall, but it still feels a lot like summer. Meteorologist Jackie Lair is tracking your warm start to the week. Good morning, Jackie.
Corey, and tonight we're taking a live look over the Capitol building. Now, the sun not up quite yet. We still have about, say, 45 or closer towards 50 minutes until we do see some brightening of those skies out there ahead of sunrise. But temperatures out there this morning, we're starting off into the upper 50s to low 60s for many locations. 61 right now in Manassas and Fredericksburg. We're waking up into the mid-upper 50s. Woodstock, Luray, Culpeper, even for Cumberland coming in at 57 degrees. It's low 60s, Martinsburg, as well as Westminster. But over towards southern Maryland, we're starting off into the 60s. DC, we're currently 68 degrees. Visibility has been reduced for some. We're down to about 3 miles in Frederick, 9 in Hagerstown. We just dropped down to about 1 mile visibility in Cumberland, 1 in Culpeper as well. So just a few pockets of low visibility because of some fog. We're keeping an eye on this cold front back off towards our north and west. Notice ahead of it we have some clouds and also some showers with embedded downpours and thunderstorms. Now, this line is already starting to break apart, but we will continue to monitor as it gets closer towards our area later on today. We'll see a few more clouds developing, though, later on this afternoon. But for the kids at the bus stop, it should be clear out there. Temperatures will be back into the 60s for many locations. But later on today, we'll see high temperatures into the mid to upper 80s. We're going with a high of 89 in D.C., low to mid 80s farther off towards the north and west. I'll have more details and we'll get towards the rest of that 7-day coming up. But right now, toss it over to Shanika for the all-important traffic update. How's it looking out there?
Coming out of Virginia, headed into Ward of the district, you're looking okay. On 395, headed northbound. This is over the 14th Street Bridge. But I'm going to guess that as time goes on, you're going to start to see delays build in that area. Over on the Maryland side, that top side still right near Maryland 97 Georgia Avenue, you're running pretty smoothly. As time goes on, though, that outer loop stretch is going to get very busy. Now, watch for this crash in Suitland off of Suitland Parkway. That's headed inbound right near Silver Hill Road. Right now, it's not causing any issues, but it will probably run you some delays as time goes on if that crash is not gone by the time that sun comes up. Now over to the rest of our region, that Woodrow Wilson Bridge is looking okay. All right, over to you.
Thank you, Shanika. Well, we are taking a live look this morning now at Westminster Abbey, where mourners, family, and world leaders begin arriving shortly after 3 o'clock our time in the morning for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Today's funeral will end the 10-day period of mourning across the United Kingdom.
We all owe something. There's something within our capacity to do that can make things, not just the world better, but your neighborhood better, your household better, your workplace better. And that's what she communicated to me anyway. And it was an honor to meet her.
And the President and First Lady took time to pay their respects to the Queen on Sunday. After visiting Westminster Hall, where the Queen lied in state, they both signed the Book of Condolences at Lancaster House. President Biden is one of dozens of world leaders who will attend the funeral today. And today, the worldwide celebration in remembrance of her life will come to a close as she is laid to rest.
Right here at home, overwhelming reaction to the Queen's death. DC News Now's Lex Juarez joins us now at Washingtonians as they prepare to remember the Queen, opening early at bar pubs throughout the district. Good morning, Lex.
Yeah, good morning, Corey and Tanaya. I'm actually inside of the Brighton right now. This is here on the wharf, one of 2 British pub locations in the city that's opening up for people to come and mourn together and celebrate the life of Queen Elizabeth. There are a handful of people who are already here to do just that, and who are watching the funeral services that are being streamed. Now, we've seen crowds gather, both here at home and across the pond over the past week and a half. People waiting in line for over 12 hours just to pay their respects as Queen Elizabeth was lying in state. And locally, for the funeral, one of those pubs, the Queen Vic, is completely booked up this morning. They did actually, just in the past few minutes, say that some of their reservations were canceled at the last minute. So that pub is, letting more people in, as well as this pub here, the Brighton, which is first come, first served. And I spoke to one of the people who came here today. He actually came all the way from Baltimore, and he said that the Queen had a very profound impact on his life, and that he actually went into studying and is getting his PhD to study the crown and the monarchy. But he, discussed how that impact has spread, and how we've been able to see that across, the world over the past week and a half, and kind of relating that here to America. Let's hear what he had to say.
We have a flag, but in Britain there's a person and a crown, and that's part of what we're mourning today, but also celebrating with our viewing today.
And like I said, I am here at the Brighton, which is here on the wharf. They opened up their doors at 5:30 for people. Only a handful of people here so far, so plenty of room for people to come out to, watch the funeral and pay their respects together. It is first come, first serve. You don't need a reservation, so anybody can come out here, as well as the Queen Vic, which tells me that they did have a few reservations canceled this morning, so they have a few spots open for people. Definitely not as many as there are here. So if anybody is wanting to come out and to watch with community members, those are the two places you can go. For now, live at the wharf, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. And be sure to stay with DC News Now. All this morning, we'll bring you the very latest on the Queen's funeral, plus a live report from London at 8 o'clock. Your time right now is 6:06 new this morning. Home Sweet Home Nationals Park staying open after the Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs issued another temporary occupancy agreement. Now, according to the DCRA spokesperson, conditional operations have been allowed at the national park for about 16 years. Right now, a development agreement allowing Events DC to have a permanent certificate of occupancy is in the works. The new temporary occupancy agreement will end next December.
Your time right now is 6:07. Fairfax County Police are now looking for the person who shot and killed a 19-year-old over the weekend. Officers say Darlene Diaz-Flores was shot at an apartment on Saturday night in the Alexandria part of the county. Now, he was taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. This morning, police are looking for the person who shot him. If you have any information, you're asked to call Fairfax Police.
And swept away, dramatic new video showing floodwaters carrying away a bridge in Puerto Rico. Hurricane Fiona dumped torrential rains on the island territory over the weekend. This morning, the Associated Press reporting the island is without power.
And the cleanup is already underway. Disaster relief teams are on their way from the DMV. Shanika's here now to break down all of this information for us this morning. Shanika, good morning.
Good morning, Tanaya. That's right. Maryland Task Force 1 is a team of disaster response crews from Montgomery County, trained to respond to both natural and man-made disasters. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue says they're on their way to help in the wake of Hurricane Fiona. They're expected to head to the island later this morning. They were supposed to go over there over the weekend, but couldn't fly in due to the weather. Heading to Puerto Rico, a team of disaster managers, search and rescue specialists, doctors and paramedics, along with hazardous materials and construction specialists. FEMA response teams are also headed to Puerto Rico. President Biden just approved an emergency declaration for the territory. All right, over to you.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now is 6:08. The latest in an ongoing story. The Washington Post reporting a former White House aide told the January 6th committee that Representative Matt Gaetz asked for a presidential pardon over sex trafficking allegations that are against him. Now, Johnny McKenty said Gaetz asked the former White House chief of staff for a preemptive pardon. Gaetz is currently being investigated for accusations that he paid women to cross state lines to have sex with him and allegedly had a sexual relationship with the minor. Gaetz is denying all allegations.
Your time right now is 6:09 on this Monday. In consumer news, Maryland is first when it comes to electric vehicles. That's all according to a survey by Bumper.com. According to that survey, Maryland is the best state overall to own an electric vehicle. Now, the state gets top marks for having the best financial incentives to own one. However, Maryland ranks 11th for electric vehicle infrastructure. New York, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Vermont round out the top 5 best states to own an electric vehicle.